Hello YouTube pipe smokers, how y'all doing out there? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. What we're going to do today is I'm doing a VR to Daniel Shore. He's having a 100 sub contest. Congratulations on the subs, Danny. Really appreciate the contest. Now what he wanted us to do was to pack a bowl of tobacco and smoke a bit of it and give him some pipe tips as to how we do it. I think it's a great idea, and there'll be a lot of great videos out there for beginner pipe smokers on suggestions on how to pack and smoke their pipe. So first off, I'm going to be using my Eric Gainey pipe. That's just a beautiful pipe, and he wanted us to kind of show the dimensions of the pipe, because all pipes smoke differently, that's for sure. This one has a 3/4 inch bowl, and it's in the neighborhood of, let's say, 1 3/4 deep, be my guess. And I use it a lot for flakes. It smokes flakes really well. And to that point, what we're going to be smoking today is some McBaren's H&H Old Dark 5. Now that's a flake of that. Really good looking flake. If you buy this in the tins, it comes in a much shorter flake. But I buy it in the 1 pound boxes, and it comes in this longer flake like this. So you'll have to adjust your method depending on the size of the flake that you get. So you just have to kind of play with that to gain some experience. But the fundamentals will still all apply. It's my method. Now this tobacco I've let set out for probably 15 to 20 minutes to let dry. So without further ado, what I would normally do is I'm going to take and I'm going to break off a bit of this like that, and we'll just give it a ruffle here and break it up there somewhat like that. Okay, then I'm going to take the rest of this flake here and I'm going to divide it into thirds, basically about like that, and then I'm going to kind of roll it up here like that. Okay, now that it's rolled, I'm going to take and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a twist like that. I'm going to take that whole business right there and I'm going to put it down into the pipe right like that. And I'm just going to gently, not too much pressure, just kind of gently put it in there. Now I'm going to take all this here that I broke up, I'm going to put it right on top there. And once again, I'm just going to kind of gently pack it, not tight. The main mistake that most beginners make, I believe, is packing it too tight. So now, as you see, it's a good full bowl. It's slightly below the rim there. Now, there are multiple ways that you can light the pipe. Some folks use one of these with the pipe insert, and some folks use matches, and some folks use these right here. Now, at any given point in time, I would use any one of these. Most times when I'm on the go, it's either the Zippo or the Vic. Sometimes when I have more time at home, it's the matches, and that's what we use today, is the matches. I usually let it burn off the sulfur just a little bit before I apply. I get the char light there, and then I give it a tamp here. And once again, when you tamp, you lightly tamp. You don't really put a whole lot of pressure, just a light tamp. So now you've got a nice char there all across the top. Then once again, I'll get another match. Now, it depends on the tobacco also as to how much it expands. Now, some tobaccos expand more than others. And you may have to do more than one tamp, like in your char light process. So I'm going to give this one another tamp. And then we'll go one more time. And now you see we got a nice flat coal bed there. And this should burn all the way down, pretty much to the bottom of the bowl, especially with Old Dark Fire, I found. It might have to have one relight in there at some point in time, but generally not. Now, I'm a sipper, and I take my time, and I believe that's one of the keys to smoking a pipe, is really take your time. And the more you do it, the more you'll get the feel for how often you need to draw and what it's going to take to keep the pipe lit. Another thing that's very important for me is a cup of coffee. I really enjoy coffee with my pipe tobacco. And usually it's a very dark roast. Once again, I want to say thank you a lot for the contest, Danny. And I really appreciate the idea. I think it'll help out a whole lot of younger pipe smokers or new pipe smokers. I also want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Once again. Delicious. Old Dark Fire is a really wonderful tobacco if you have not tried it. Isn't that a beautiful pipe? Eric Gainey does really nice work. Smoke's great too. Now there are those who may not agree with my method. That's fine. I say do whatever works for you. This is just what works for me. I never have a problem when I pack a bowl this way, and I always enjoy the smoke. So do what you like, smoke what you like. Most of all, enjoy it and have fun. Now, one of the tips that I use, or one of the things that I do, is if I start to get a little light on the smoke, and I know you've seen this done many times, cover the bowl a little bit with your fingers here, one or two, and you'll get it soaked back up. And like I said, as long as you tamp in a timely manner to push that coal bed down into the tobacco, it'll burn all the way to the bottom. And once again, tamp lightly, y'all. I really enjoyed the retrohale too. You know, where you let about 20% of the smoke come out of your nose and the rest come out of your mouth. Get a lot of the tobacco flavor that way. Anyway, this video's getting long, so I'm going to cut it off here. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you later.